At all. It may be noisy in there, but do not wear earplugs. Okay. When we go to 12-1, I want everybody in the 26 building. I don't want them over here on this beam.
Okay, now we got contractors in, you know?
Not that I'm aware of. 2 o'clock.
Okay, FAA is here, so it's customer coordination.
They were understood that they come in, they got to stand by until we're ready whenever we get ready.
Everybody's good?
Okay, so we're ready to go, right?
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, Harold, take her up.
Everything holds up under 5 pounds per square inch, and then the pressure is increased towards the maximum the plane is expected to experience, 12.1 pounds per square inch.
That's a good sign. No plastic blowing. 131 back there. He will time the 5 minutes.
But the optimism is premature. As pressure reaches 12 pounds per square inch, the seal on a rear door blows.
There it goes. See if you can hold it. We're going to try to get to 12.51 and hold. Okay, we know we're going to try to get the proof and hold it.
The engineers keep pumping the air in the hope that they can maintain the pressure at what is called proof, the target pressure difference.
We're talking about it. Can't hold it. Okay, we're not going to hold proof. We're dropping it. Drop her, Harold. We were real close. Real close.
What was the airplane doing? It was climbing up?
We were climbing real good. We were climbing real good.
How high?
We were only going 1,000 feet per minute, but we were at 12.0. Then it blew.
If this starts moving out here, I mean, it rotates.
Right.
And it can rotate at this point.
Right, and then it just flops
and it's
out.
pushing it out here.
Yeah, at a certain pressure, it'll just flop out.
What I'm saying, either way, it's going to rotate around this point here.
Let's go up and take a look.
Yeah.
Let's go up and take a look and see what we got. We can get a peek. Sorry, you can go.
I don't think that's going to work. I really don't.
What,
like I said, it's going to rotate around that point there. What we're going to do is we're going to fill this space so the seal has nowhere to go.
With what?
With Tygon tubing. It'll be trapped by the skin and it'll have nowhere to go.
Okay, let's take a break.
The aim now is to create a temporary seal for the defective door with sticky tape and tubing so that the rest of the plane can be fully pressurized.
So, Herb, what do you think about
The temporary fix worked, and later that night the plane was repressurized and reached proof without leaking. The result of the test was another gift, to use Alan Mullally's word. The door designers were able to identify the weak point in the very complex silicon rubber seal and redesign it. There comes a time in the life of every new plane when it's ready to be revealed to the world. This event is called the rollout.
Off to the rollout we go.
I'm getting the bag.
You get in the back.
So what do you need a ticket for?
To get into the...
Glenda Barnes put sealing compound around the inside of the 777 fuel tanks. She and her husband and father have been invited to the rollout ceremony in April this year, along with 100,000 other Boeing employees. Alan Mullally and several other Boeing bosses are going to address the crowds 15 times during the course of the day. Every hour, another 7,000 people are brought by bus to the factory.
It would have been much earlier. I figured we'd come up here and see.
Hi, how are you? And you are?
I'm Alan.
Oh, hi, Alan. It's nice to see you this morning. You have your mic on? He's all mic'd?
No.
He
No.
isn't? Okay, we'll get a mic
No,
on
I just
him.
like I'm not gonna do it yet. I'm
Okay.
gonna stop in the bathroom.
Welcome. Welcome to the Working Together celebration. We thank you for coming and sharing this day with us. The 777 is the 7th all-new Boeing jetliner.
You actually go on at 4 minutes to the hour.
Right.
And then we'd like, if you can come close to finishing right on the hour, that helps us out a lot.
The ceremony is structured around a video, sound and light show leading up to the moment when the plane will be revealed.
I guess they're just going to show what, the films, and then what they're going to show here, just the films, then you go to another area. Ain't no sense in going into the crowd. I don't know what you do.
Among those sharing the task with Mullally is Boeing President Phil Condit.
Good morning, and welcome to the Boeing Working Together celebration. I'm Phil Condit, President of the Boeing Company.
My name is Alan Mullally, and I'm the Vice President and General Manager of the 777 Division.
This beautiful airplane comes with a list of new achievements for Boeing.
Now, are you ready? It's going to make your eyes water.
To follow the directions to the factory, enjoy yourself.
I got the Boeing fever.
It's time to go. Got Boeing fever now,
got the Boeing fever. Six landing gear wheel on each side, right?
Yeah.
Landing gear. There you go.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it looks more. I can almost see it. Woo!
This weekend, 100,000 people are taking part in our Working Together celebration. We'd like to thank each of you for coming. And to the men and women who've worked so hard to bring the 777 to life, and all of you who supported them, a special thank you. The Boeing 777, over 3 million parts flying in tight formation, and they all work together just right. Come on up and take a look at our new airplane and see how well working together works.
From a distance, the 777 is deceptively small. Close to, it's suddenly apparent that it's almost as wide as a 747 and only 20 feet shorter.
That's the first thing I looked at when they undid the curtains was the wings. I wanted to see exactly what they look like. To just imagine all the stuff that I'd done inside of there.
I think the expression sort of is, oh wow, and you can't help but get tears in your eyes. Everybody I talked to had the same reaction.
Yeah, get in their eyes.
It's quite a moment.
Yeah, it really is.
It's a real draining experience to build an airplane. So I think everyone is ready now, and we're ready to go fly it.
So it was thrilling, having worked on the airplane since the start, to see this all culminate here.
Not as thrilling as it will be at the beginning of June.
When we see the airplane lift off, it'll be a big relief. When we see it land, it'll be an even bigger relief.
Late that night, the first 777 leaves the hangar for its true rollout, observed only by a few of the workers. In 2 months' time, this plane will take off for the first time. Before that, it'll be fueled and the engines run, and all its major systems will be tested on the ground. The first 777 is now only days away from its first flight. The interior has acquired banks of test equipment that will be necessary once the test engineers are allowed on the plane. But that won't be for several weeks. During the first flights, only the pilot and co-pilot will be on board. Nothing is left to chance. Although this plane has been tested inside out, the two crew will carry parachutes, ready to jump out through a specially designed emergency door if, in spite of everything, they should have to abandon the plane. But before the plane can fly at all, it has to be able to taxi. That's what's happening today, after this mass cleanup of the taxiway has been completed.
We're doing a little FOD walk, looking for foreign objects that could damage our engine. And obviously that wouldn't be acceptable.
So we have a bunch of volunteers, novices walking down the ramps, everybody great intentions, and it all helps. Anything could be ingested. Right now, we don't want to take a chance to damage the blades at all or the compressors.
Okay, we've got left and right engine started. We're reviewing our status messages. Sweeps will be coming up here in a moment.
Today, the plane will taxi at high speed down the runway, approaching takeoff speed, and then putting on the brakes. It's a prelude to tomorrow's event, the first flight. But as the engines begin to turn, there's a problem.
All stations, this is 771. We've had a hydraulic leak on the left side of the airplane, and we've shut down and are opening doors here to investigate. Stand by here for an estimate of how long we're going to be.
It looks like it's coming right out from that knuckle, right behind that knuckle there, see it?
Yeah.
Well, you kind of face it. Yeah, John, you sit down. I got some.
Hey, we're going to pump down that brake accumulator. Hey, we're getting.
The cause of the leakage is discovered. A small rubber O-ring that was pinched at the junction point and left a gap for the hydraulic fluid to leak through. The engines start up again and the crew go through their final routines. Under its own steam, the first 777 makes a speedy right turn and heads for the runway.
Permit to go south on Alpha down to set up by where the crash truck is this side of Bravo.
These taxi tests will check the operation of the landing gear, the heating of the brakes and the stability of the whole plane. John Cashman will take the plane up to 140 knots, lifting the nose off the ground. Any faster and it would take off, and that event has to be kept until tomorrow.
Okay, brake release on 3. 1, 2, 3.
But when the high-speed taxi happens, there's a surprise. Some of the observers suspect that all the wheels are actually off the ground at the fastest point of the taxi. Could first flight be happening a day early?
Take off.
Oh my. We know the lateral
We sure do. We sure do.
Give that a little try.
Okay, well,
what do you
now,
say?
let's repeat in unison. First flight is tomorrow.
Yeah,
tomorrow.
It didn't happen today.
It did not happen today.
And I'm going to start just going by...
After one more high-speed taxi, the team meet for a debriefing.
46 after high-speed taxi brakes had have noticeable vibration just prior to stop when using light braking. This was noticed on first taxi also.
And we can call that one an engineering item too, I guess, because we don't necessarily want anybody to do anything on it tonight.
Could that be some of the oil we got on there?
No, this happens every time you get probably above 3 to 4. It's kind of a grindy, low groan is just before you stop.